Senator Graham.
Thank you. You're doing the country a great service here. Did they contest your memo? Did anybody call you up and say, you don't know what you're talking about, you're wrong?
No, I must have spoken to 20 or 30 people, including Adam Mosseri, saying, do you have any feedback, anything that's inaccurate in my data? And nobody did.
Okay, to sum up your testimony, is it fair to say that in its current form, what you're describing is a dangerous product?
Correct.
And that millions of families are affected by this dangerous product?
Correct.
As a father who had a 13-year-old affected by this product, did you feel helpless?
I did. And if one that could help, it would have been me.
If you could have sued them, would you?
I apologize. Could you repeat the question?
If you could sue on behalf of your daughter, would you?
I believe they just have to be held to account and being transparent
Okay.
about
Well, one way of doing that is to sue them. Do you know you can't sue them under the current law?
I did not know that.
Okay. All right. So your daughter felt harmed. Your testimony is millions of people are in the same situation as your daughter. They know what they're doing, and they keep doing it anyway. Is that all correct?
That is correct.
I can't think of a company in the world can do this crap and not get sued except these people. Now, if you had to give sovereign immunity, basically what we've done here, to a group of people, this would be on the bottom of my list, not the top of my list. So I've just asked my office to find out how much money I've received from Facebook, Instagram, and other companies. I'm going to give it back. I think we ought to all boycott the giving. Because if Senator Hawley is right, I think you are, their leverage here is just power over the political system. So I'm calling on every member of Congress today, don't take their money until they change. Don't accept what they're offering you until they change. Because the money you're receiving is coming from people who have created a dangerous product for children, and they seem not to be willing to change. That'd be on the bottom of my list, now that I know what you've told me, of people I want to associate myself with. Have you ever heard them talk about being afraid of anything or anybody?
I have not.
That's amazing, isn't it? Companies this big, he's telling them what you're doing is hurting people. They're indifferent to it, but they feel like they're immune from action because they pretty much are. Bottom line, if we did create a system where parents like you could sue and hold them liable in court, do you think that may change their behavior?
That is not for me to say. I just want my daughter, our kids, to have the tools that they need when they're experiencing these things.
Yeah. Well, what I would tell you is that I believe it would. We'll never know till we try. I think we should dedicate ourselves on this committee, which has been a pleasure to serve on, Senator Durbin. All of you have been great on this issue, to not just pass bills, but insist on change. The ultimate change comes, to my colleagues, is when they can be held liable in a court of law. Until you open up the courthouse, nothing's going to change. The day you do, you'll be amazed how many good ideas they knew about they didn't tell us. So I'm going to dedicate what time I have left in this business to opening up the courtroom, because I don't think nothing else will do. And until that day comes, I'm not going to take any of their money. If every member of Congress say your money is not welcome till you change, that might be the first step toward change. Thank you for your bravery. Sorry what happened to your daughter. We owe you and everybody in your situation better. Thank you.
Thanks, Senator Graham. And that's why many of us have joined you in a call for abolishing Section 230, including the ranking member and myself.